So we're all working hard, right? Each and every day we are all out there grinding and working really, really hard. And whether you are a baller making all kinds of money and you got it all figured out, or whether you are living from paycheck to paycheck, just barely keeping your head above water to make your money, that's okay. You're doing what you need to do, you're taking action, and you're taking the steps, and you're out there working hard. And which of us out there doesn't like to save money? I know I do. Now, in particular, say I want to be talking about saving money on fragrances. You wouldn't be here if you weren't interested in fragrances. Welcome, by the way. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Now, the topic of saving money on fragrances has been covered ad nauseum. It's been covered to death. So many people have covered it. There's so many fragrance YouTubers whose channels you can go to and find really great informative information on that topic. There are so many ways that I just didn't know about when I first got started. So let me just cover them just really quick. We're going to be real fast with it. So in case you didn't know, it's always best to buy online, and I know that feels skeptical sometimes, although in this day and age it's becoming more readily accepted. But sometimes you get impatient, you just want to go in the store and buy. But what you're paying for is you're paying for that employee, you're paying for the lights, you're paying for them to keep the air conditioning on, you're paying for the presentation and their knowledge. You can skip the middleman and just buy online and buy from discounters and save yourself a lot of money. But that's not the only way. There's all kinds of sites, guys. You can buy used fragrances from sites like Mercari and eBay and so on. You can also buy partial bottles. There's companies out there selling partial bottles of fragrances. There's Decants. By the way, check out my good friend Chef Cants Mo, who sells some amazing designer and niche fragrance decants. Definitely check him out. You can buy that way. There's swap groups. There's people listing on all kinds of groups on Facebook. So there's all kinds of ways to save money, but what I'm going to talk about in particular is I'm going to be talking about 7 fragrances in particular in this video where you can save money. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of companies, whether they be designer, whether they be niche, indie niche, whatever the case may be, there's a lot of companies that make some really great fragrances, and some of those fragrances are our favorite. We're absolutely sold, we're in love with them, and we're going to have these fragrances for life, right? I just made a video just the other day about 10 masterpiece fragrances, and I love those fragrances. But did you know, and if you're new to the channel, you might not know, if you've been around a while, you know this already, but did you know that there are a lot of fragrance houses that exist that make clones or dupes or copycats or inspirations of some of your favorite fragrances, and that is another way in which you can save some really big money. Now, I know a lot of you have strong feelings about that. I get it. I understand that. Me personally, I love them all. I love the indie houses, I love the niche houses, I love the cheapies, I love the box store fragrances, I love the designer fragrances, and there's a place in my heart for all of them. Me personally, I love having a good quality high-end fragrance, but I don't mind having a dupe or an inspiration as well. Because guys, sometimes it hurts to spray those high-end fragrances. You might want to smell like tobacco vanille when you're running some errands, but you don't want to spray it for just running errands. You might want to save that for something, more of a special occasion. So I get it. That's where a good dupe comes in, where you can smell like that fragrance and not feel bad every time you spray it. So like I said, I am going to be concentrating on 7 fragrances today, and there's so many more. There's a ton of them I could have, chosen, and I'll just let you in a little secret. There's going to be more than 7 here, but I've chosen 7 high-end fragrances to talk about, and now let's get started. The first one I want to talk about is from the house of Tom Ford, and as you guys know, Tom Ford makes some really, really nice high-end fragrances. We can argue whether they are niche, luxury, designer, but either way, this is the fragrance I'm going to start with. This one is called Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. And guys, for a 30 ml, you can find this fragrance for like $175, right? That is a lot of money. We're not even talking about the bigger bottles. $175. Now, like I said, you could be a baller and you might not want to spend that money, or you might have that fragrance already, and like I suggested, still want to smell like this without feeling the pain of spraying it each and every time you might run an errand or go to the grocery store. And so some great options if you're looking for a great option for Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, which by the way, this smells so amazing. This fragrance just reminds me of the fall and winter time. It is so warm and so cozy and so addicting. But the first fragrance I want to talk to you about is this one right here by one of my favorite European houses. This one is called Niche for All. This one is definitely an inspiration of Tobacco Vanille. Is it 100% the same? No, I think this one is definitely a little bit different. One of the things I like about Niche Royale is their fragrances are really well blended and they tend to last a really long time on my skin, on Scott Aromatico skin. I can't guarantee that for y'all, but I get really, really good scent trails with this and I get really, really good longevity. And this one right here, this one's called Tobacco Vanilla and it is so good. You know, it's got cinnamon in the top, pepper, tobacco, vanilla, and you cannot beat the price for 60 bucks, right? 60 bucks for this one as opposed to for the same size you're spending $175 for a 30 ml tobacco vanille. I'd rather pay the 60 bucks. I hear you guys, I hear you. A lot of you guys who watch my video, who see me talk about this company before have said, but the shipping is so high. I get it, I get the shipping is high. Even with the shipping, guys, you're still gonna spend less than you would on a full bottle of tobacco vanille. I mean, if that's still a problem for you, there are other ways to save money, guys. Right now, if you go to the Niche Royale website, right now they're doing where you can buy any 3 bottles and you're only going to pay for 2. So that's right, the 3rd bottle is for free. And so that is another great way to save some money. But if you just buy it by itself, it's 60 bucks. But if that's not good enough for you, let me give you one other choice. I really love this fragrance right here. This one is called Charuto Tobacco Vanille. And this one is so good as well, guys. It is a good inspiration as well. It's $47.99, and you can find this on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, then the shipping is free. But this is another good one, guys, that just gives you, oh, this smells so good, by the way, guys. As far as how much they smell like, I would say this one is in the 80 percentile, and this one's maybe somewhere in the 75%, because it kind of does its own thing. But if you're looking for that tobacco vanille, that sweet vanilla and tobacco forward fragrance, with a little bit hint of cinnamon, this one is good. But both of these are good inspirations, guys. So take it for what it is. Those are some good choices right there. Another favorite fragrance in my collection that just exploded all over the place, got so much hype, and I know a lot of you have strong feelings about this one. But with that being said, I love this fragrance, and it's from Aventus. It is from Creed, and it's called Aventus. This is Creed Aventus, guys. For a 1.7, you can find this on FragranceNet for around $243.59. And by the way, I did not get mine from FragranceNet. I got mine from Venba Fragrances, which is an amazing place to buy niche fragrances. Like I said in the beginning of the video, guys, there's so many places to buy niche fragrances that are a lot cheaper. I know a lot of you guys like Fragrance Buy and so on and so forth, but I love Venba, and I have a link down in the description below in case you want to buy the real thing. You can find this one for $269 and maybe like 10 cents with my link. So definitely hit the link in my description below if you're looking for a full bottle. But if you don't want to pay that much and you're looking for something that's similar to this, that'll get you through, like I said, you know, that's pretty close, maybe not the same, maybe not blended as well, but get you pretty close, then why not try this bad boy right here. This is from MountBlanc, and this one is called Explorer. And guys, I really, really love this fragrance. Now, the ingredients are different than Aventus. You got bergamot, pink pepper, and broxin. I think what's the same is the bergamot and the patchouli as far as Aventus goes. But for whatever they've done, guys, however they blended this, however they've mixed this, it smells so similar to Aventus. Maybe less smoky, a little bit smoother. The performance is about the same. With Aventus, I get about 6 to 8 hours, 8 hours if I'm lucky, somewhere in the 6, 7. This one's like 4 to 6. It's about the same performance. And it doesn't leave quite as long of a scent bubble as Aventus does, but it gets you close, guys, and it smells really good. And one of the things I love about this fragrance right here, MountBlanc Explorer, is you can wear it all year round. It is definitely versatile fragrance. Now, if you want a 2 ounce of this, you can find it for around $36 on FragranceNet, and so that's not a bad price. You're looking at $36 as opposed to $269, and you come pretty close. Now, if this one doesn't cut it for you because you think, oh, Scott Aromatico, it's whack, it's weak. Okay, fine. You want something a little bit stronger? I got it. Try this bad boy right here. This makes a lot of folks in the fragrance community, when they do a beast mode list, this one right here definitely gets the job done. This is Club de Nuit Intense, and this is so good, and this is going to get you a little bit closer to Aventus, okay? The ingredients are a lot closer with that birch and the pineapple and all the good stuff, the black currant that you like in Aventus, it's all there. The only problem with this one versus this one is that this one's kind of got a harsh opening. It's really, really harsh. It's in your face, but This one goes 8 hours on my skin. The scent bubble is amazing, and I absolutely love it. And guys, by the way, for this price at FragranceNet, a 3.3 or whatever, it's gonna be around 28 bucks, guys. So this is another option. If you're looking for another option for Creed Aventus, this is it. And this is gonna help you smell good and sexy and smell expensive if you're looking for an alternative to Aventus. All right, guys, keeping it going. Another one is from YSL Tuxedo. This made my masterpiece video. This one is so good. It's so boozy. It's so vanilla. It's so creamy. It's so sexy. You're looking for a good alternative to that one. YSL Tuxedo. Look no further than the Rojas Moustache. Man, this one is so good. I'd say it's about 80% close. It is so good, and on FragranceNet, it's around 60 bucks, okay? If you would want a tester, maybe around 50 bucks, something like that. But guys, the price is so good when you're comparing this fragrance, which is so hard to find, which is around 300 bucks and on up, because it's really getting hard to find, as opposed to 50, 60 bucks, guys, for Moustache. You can't beat it. You pretty much got the same fragrance. It's about 80% of the way. The performance on this is not as good as YSL Tuxedo. Now, YSL Tuxedo is not all that great. I get about 6 to 8 hours on my skin. This one I get about 4 to 6. So guys, you know, it's not that bad. It's similar. I love it. I love the pink pepper. I love the woods in here. I love the rose and the vanilla-like scent coming from the benzoin. It's really, really close, guys, so you can't beat it for that price. But no further than Samy Anders. This one right here is called Brown Sapphire. Again, this one has got the violet, the coriander, the bergamot, the black pepper, the ambergris, the patchouli. This one is so close, guys, and for 30 bucks, you can't beat it. And when I did a smell test of all three, believe it or not, everyone in my family chose this one over this, and they chose this one over this. Can't make that stuff up, guys. So should have just gone with the $30, right? Anyways, good job, Samy. Brown Sapphire is amazing. All right, keeping it moving. I love this fragrance. I've got some friends in the fragrance community that can't stand it because of the performance. And I understand why, because it's a very expensive fragrance. We're talking about Elysium by Roja Dove. Now, guys, this fragrance is like $300 and upwards. If you look at Saks Fifth Avenue, it's an expensive fragrance. If you go on my link in the description below, if you indeed want a full bottle, if you go to Vemba Fragrance, you can get it for a lot cheaper, somewhere around 260 bucks with my link. Guys, this fragrance is so amazing. I love wearing this all year round. A lot of people whip this fragrance out in the summertime, but it is so good. It smells amazing. It smells like the Italian coast. I love it. It's so bright and so energetic. If you love this fragrance, guys, then look no further again from another Sapphire line from Samy Anders, Blue Sapphire, guys. It's got the bergamot, it's got the lemon, it's got the black currant, pink pepper, lavender, leather. It is so good, and this one lasts so much longer. The performance on this is so much better. So if you hate the performance of this and only want to spend 30 bucks, look at this guy right here. Blue Sapphire is amazing, guys. And there's so many other options. I understand that. I think Alt Fragrance has one called Nirvana, and that one, let's see, one's 40 bucks. And then also Alexandria has one called Zion, and I think that one's like 63 bucks. That's what it looks like right there. So guys, there's so many alternatives. And if you didn't know, there's so many places that sell inspirations. You've got Samy Anders, you've got Alt Fragrances, you've got Dua, which is another popular. I don't own anything by Dua. Hope to rectify that soon. And then, of course, Alexandria and so many other ones, guys. The list goes on and on. All right, next one I want to talk about is this bad boy right here. Look at this bottle. I love this bottle because I love art. I love this man's art. But more importantly, I love this house. I love Bond Number 9. They make some amazing fragrances. But I've got to be truthful. I've never smelled this fragrance. But if it smells anything like this inspiration right here from Sensual Obsessions, guys, which is another great house if you're looking for dupes or inspirations, this fragrance is absolutely amazing. This is so intoxicating, and I think he's just remade it as well. So you've got Andy Warhol 2.0, and I think there's somewhere, I think this one was somewhere around 25, 26, 27. I think the 2.0 is like 30 bucks. Guys, definitely don't sleep on this one right here. Get this for the wintertime because it is intoxicating. It is amazing, guys. The plum in this is just absolutely gorgeous. Plum, oud, vanilla, and sandalwood. What is not to love? This, I cannot wait to wear. I'm going to wear the hell out of this fragrance come this winter because it is so good, guys. And I know there are so many alternatives as well Alt has one called Icon, and it's like for 40 bucks, guys. So check out Icon as well if you're looking for, you know, another alternative. I'm just trying to give you as many alternatives as you can. And by the way, I just randomly picked these 7. You know, I could have picked any one, and we could have, you know, listed all the dupes, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how you can save money and just give you a little insight about what are some of my favorite. Guys, have you seen the bottle for Oud for Greatness? That fragrance is so amazing. And what is that? Like a 3 ounce is like 385 bucks. If you go to Venba, you can get it for 270. Check my link in the description below if you want a full bottle. And like I said, guys, there's all kinds of ways to buy that. You can buy it in the swaps. You can buy partial bottles. Me, I don't really have a full bottle. I have this decant that's almost empty. You see that? That's sad. I love this fragrance. I blew through it, but I have an amazing inspiration, and this one right here is amazing. It's called Ministry of Oud, and I got this from Aroma Concepts, and it is so good, and it is so close, guys. This is blended well. It is so creamy. It smells so good. I love, love, love the scent of this one, guys. And you can pick this one up, Ministry of Oud, for like $58 on Amazon, or you can go to Aroma Concepts and find it for around the same price. But guys, the lavender, the saffron, the nutmeg, and the oud are just amazing in this fragrance. Just smells so good, guys. And you're gonna get 8+ hours on your skin with this one. And guys, I'm gonna give this a 90 percentile as far as closeness. It is so close. I was able to fool everyone in the house with this. Nobody knew which was which. And yes, I did waste a spray out of my Oud for Greatness just to compare it, and nobody could tell the difference. So that's really good. And guys, I know there's some other ones out there. I think Alt Fragrances has one called Agar Gold No. 2. That's what the bottle looks like right there. And I think that's around 40 bucks. So guys, this one right here is a good price. Like I said, it's like for this big bottle, it's going to pay 58 bucks. For the Alt fragrance, it's 1 ounce, and you're going to pay like 40 something bucks, guys. So anyways, there's all kinds of ways to save money. Last but not least, and then I'll let you guys go, I got this this decant a long time ago from my good friend Simply Fragrances. Please check out his channel. He sent me this decant of green Irish tweed. That's what the bottle looks like right there, in case you guys didn't know. Guys, as you know, there's all kinds of ways to smell like green Irish tweed. You can go with Davidoff's Cool Water, you know, which is pretty similar. I mean, they go in a little different direction. I thought green Irish tweed was a little bit more, a little bit stronger. This one's a little bit smoother, a little bit more toned down. If you're looking to smell like an elderly statesman, a gentleman, sophisticated and refined, this is definitely a great fragrance to have. It's definitely dated. It's for an older gentleman, but it's a really good fragrance. But I have an alternative to that one as well. There are shave companies who get into the fragrance game, and one of my favorite shave companies is Strike Gold Shave, and they put this together, this amazing fragrance called King Timoho. I did a video on it, guys, so if you do a Google search of Scott Aromatico King Timoho, you'll find this fragrance. It is so, so good, guys. You know, it's got that aquatic vibe, it's got that lavender, it's got that mint. It's so musky, but what I like about this one is it's a lot more earthy than the other two, and it is nuclear. It's 8 hours on my skin. It goes forever. If you're looking for a fragrance that is nuclear, try King Timoho, guys. And for a fraction of the cost, I think this one's like 37 bucks on the website. So like, as opposed to green Irish tweed for 1.7, if you buy it off Venba, you can get a 3.3 for 233 bucks. So guys, just think of that. $209 for a 1.7, or on Venba for a full bottle, $233 for the full bottle presentation. But you can save so much more money by getting Cool Water instead. Cool Water is just a more affordable way. I think you can get this on FragranceNet for 20 bucks, okay? And then, like I said, this one right here is Beast Mode for 36. There you have it, guys. Hope that was entertaining. I hope that was helpful. If you got any value whatsoever from the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to be a part of my fragrance family, just hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. I hope wherever you are at peace and happiness, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, ciao.